Today we're talking about the Konica 261 Auto S. This is a rangefinder camera. Whoa! This surprisingly is a 126 cartridge camera. Whoa! No new film for this particular camera. What to do? Well, there are some workarounds. We're going to talk about that in a second. The camera is a rangefinder, which means when you look through the eyepiece and you're focusing, you will see two images, and as you focus, those two images will come together, and that's how you know you're in focus. Camera has a 42mm f2.8 lens. This camera needs batteries in order to operate, and it takes two sets of batteries. AAA batteries. I guess maybe AAA batteries in the 60s were like a little beefier, because I have to put this piece of aluminum paper in order to make the contact. These batteries operate the
flash.
Another battery in here is a button cell, a PX625, and this operates the light meter. If you're buying this on eBay, be aware, ask the seller to check out these compartments to make sure they're not, So this takes a blue dot flash cube, not a magic cube. Blue dot flash cubes need power, which is why you need this battery. So put that there, cock your shutter.
Oh!
Sorry. Here on the upper part of the lens, I had to look up the manual, which, by the way, if you look up the manual, Konica 261 Auto S, you'll find the manual online. And what you do is, when you're shooting outdoors, you set it to auto, and then you cock your shutter and shoot, and then it will automatically pick a shutter speed from 1/30th of a second to 2/50th of a second. If you don't have enough light, red will show up in the eyepiece. If the camera will not fire because you need more light and is saying, hey, use the flash, you turn this on your camera to whatever ISO film you're shooting. And your choices are very limited: 64, 80, 125, or 160. And I'm not going to blind you again. And then shoot flash photography. Film options. What film to use? Well, 126 film. There's no new 126 film being manufactured as of this record date, so your options are for this camera great, because you could either use the 3D printed Facmatic adapter that allows you to use 35mm film in your Konica camera. And if you do, you want to be concerned about spacing issues. And when I say that, I mean, because it's 35mm film, which you can see those sprockets?
Sprockets.
Yes. I mean, look at 126 sprockets.
Not so many.
Very different. So that allows you to cock the camera to take your shot, because there's this pin here. You see that pin?
Pin.
And then as you advance, it's looking for the sprocket. Do you see that, John?
Yes, it's amazing.
It is amazing. So if you're using 35mm film with all those sprockets, my God. It works really well. You have to take it out of auto. 1, cover your lens. You don't want to expose your film. Cover your lens. 2, great. Now you're ready to take your shot. If you don't put 2 blank shots in between, each of your actual shots, what you'll get is like double and triple exposures. I mean, maybe that's what you want. Here's an example. We have a whole nother video talking about the Facmatic adapter. If interested, just search it out. Next option. We have a separate video also on reloading existing 126 vintage cartridges with 35mm film. This is a great option because, look, you have your backing paper and you can see numbers. Oh, by the way, forgot to mention, if you are shooting with the Facmatic, remember to put a piece of black tape over that window, because you don't want light to get in through this window and kind of
ruin your pictures.
Yes, thank you, John. Here is a reloaded 126 cartridge. Put that in. We have a separate video on how to load that. Now, the great thing about this is you can see what exposure you're on. So now we're at number 4. Let's say we took that picture.
Number 4.
Okay, advance. Oh, look at that.
Oh, it went right to it.
It went right to it. This appears to be proper advancing. That's with the reloaded cartridge. Other option is, of course, go on eBay.com and just buy vintage 126 film, Kodak Gold, or Verichrome Pan Black and White. The problem with this is a lot of the film on eBay is from like the 70s, 1980s, and it's what I call pot luck. It's like maybe the film will be good, maybe it'll be so old that your film won't come out very good. So that's, you're better off, I think, if you have the patience to reload cartridges with fresh 200 ISO film. I've been shooting with this a few years. I don't shoot with it as much as I'd like to lately because of this video. I've been shooting up a storm. Questions? Michael@filmphotographyproject.com. Please leave a comment down below. And hey, I never ask. Please consider subscribing. Talk to you soon.